Hey, this is Carlos Cavallo from datingadviceguru.com, and today I want to tell you about what men really want. 3 things that men want from a woman. And these are the things that you might not be aware of. I get a lot of women that write into me, or women that I coach, and they're all asking very similar questions about what is it that these guys want? What do they want from us? Because it just seems so illogical and so irrational at times. And the funny thing is that, well, men ask the same thing too. They're curious. They want to know, what is it women want? Well, the thing to understand is how we think about each gender, and it's a little bit different. Let me give you an example. Women, for example, tend to believe that men are simply women that are misbehaving. In other words, they project onto men women's behaviors. They think that men should be acting like women because, well, what you want is so logical. Well, men assume that women are just being women. We do something completely different. We don't get into why do they act like that. We just kind of accept it. We don't expect you to be like us. We've accepted this thing we call the mystery of the feminine or the women in our lives, and we just kind of leave it at that. But women, on the other hand, want to know why, because they're projecting this upon us. It's not a bad thing, it just is. This is what I call the fallacy of me. We all project onto another person our own beliefs, our own desires, and the things that we want, because we think, well, they must be right. It's what I want, right? That's the fallacy of me. You have to watch out, because that will trip you up if you're trying to date men and attract them and get the kind of relationship that you really want. All the stuff you want is so logical, right? I mean, men should want that. How could he not want what you want? That's the part that trips you up. So here are 3 things that men want that most women don't know about. Number 3 thing that men want is, we want you to talk to him like a man. We want you to talk to us like you understand and get how men talk to each other. You see, women's dialogue tends to have a lot more extra detail in it. This isn't bad, again. This is just different. Women tend to throw in more emotional and random thought details that kind of fill in the blanks and kind of give the woman that they're talking to a complete picture of what happened. Men don't need all this extra stuff. We really just look at a situation from an objective angle, and then we make a few calculations, and in that weird little male mind, we come up with a judgment on the situation, and it comes complete with a plan of action, which is why guys don't tend to listen. We always want to help you fix it, right? We want just the facts, ma'am, because that's all we really care about. The number 2 thing that men want is respect. This one is huge. You have to remember this one. Men want to be respected and admired more than he wants to be loved. Let me say that again. Men want to be respected and admired more than they want to feel loved, because that makes him feel loved. He wants respect and admiration. It's huge. That's how a man actually feels love. There's that fallacy of me again, right? We all assume the other person must want what we want. So you assume he needs love the same way you want to feel love. But we all feel it slightly different, and men especially so. We need the respect and admiration. And the number 1 thing men want from every woman is for you to know our password. What is his password? Well, his password is his unique commitment trigger, the thing that gets him to recognize you as being the one for him. Now, this password is also really the secret to getting close to him. It's not what you're seeing on television or in the movies either. It makes for a cute story, but it's really bad romance when it comes to attracting men and creating a committed relationship. In fact, real life attraction between 2 people is actually a very predictable pattern, and you can actually recreate that pattern at will if you know how the pattern works and if you know his password. Let me give you an example. If love was a roadmap, what would you have to do to get any man to fall in love with you? You just have to follow the roadmap, right? Just follow this route to that route, and you get to your destination every single time. So that's why I want to ask you right now, is the guy you're seeing or the guy you're thinking about really your boyfriend? Or is he maybe just a friend with benefits? Find out how real life connection and love connection is created with a man. You've got to know his secret password. So go to the link you see below this video and watch my free presentation at datingadviceguru.com/forever, where I'll show you the secret of bringing out this forever feeling in a guy that makes him want to commit to you, to make him want to be yours. In that presentation, you're going to learn how that password works and how to make him feel what he wants to fall for you. This is Carlos Cavallo from datingadviceguru.com.